Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Talk Tuesday. This week I'm talking about a few different topics than just one subject like in prior Tuesday talks, which I encourage you to check out the playlist. Anyway, it's me, Mrs. VS, and I don't always stick to the same beat, so to speak, so I do hope you enjoy and you listen all the way to the end. And let's get started. So the first topic will be real estate. So I saw the article that's pictured yesterday, Monday, and said, oh, okay, let's talk about the real estate market. For those of you who may not know, or you may know, I'm a bit of a real estate nerd, or as I like to say, a real estate investor wannabe. I keep track of real estate news and know that the market has been very hot. I experienced it firsthand selling and buying primary residence last year at the start of the pandemic shutdown. But even in recent weeks, I'm seeing that it's still a hot market. So the article kind of made me pause because I was like, oh, all right, it's slowing down, probably, but I'll take the word of the real estate agents that I know, if it really is, and they all seem to be very, very busy. One home nearby sold before the builder even completed it, and then another one recently, next door, sold within a week of being in the market. So it may be geographics that determine if it's slowing down, but I don't see a slowdown in the area that I'm in, which is a good thing. I don't take anything away from it being hot or cold. But I know that the market will one day cool down and, at least in this area, probably flip from the seller's market to a buyer's market. But again, my part of the country, so it may not be across the entire scope. But what are your thoughts? Leave a comment below. Now on to the next topic, arranged marriages. So I came across a documentary on YouTube that covered arranged marriages, and it was in different segments, so it highlighted Christianity, Muslim, Hindu, and Jewish communities. It fascinated me, the topic alone, just that these communities have so much in common as much as they are different. The practice of arranged marriages is seen to strengthen the community. It is thought, and there is probably some studies out there that have been done that shows arranged marriages last more than non-arranged marriages. There is a line in a movie that I like. It's a Hallmark movie, Loving Leia. And the mom is having a conversation with her daughter, and she said these words, and it blew my mind. I'm paraphrasing in case I get it wrong, but it was to, even in the best of marriages, it's people that leave, not the problems. And I had to think about that, like, wow, okay. People leave, problems don't, and some of them take the problems with them. But anyway, I digress. Back to the topic at hand, arranged marriages. For most arranged marriages, they're usually arranged by the parents, a family member, or a very trusted friend, or a professional matchmaker. And the matchmaker receives a fee from both families if the match leads to a marriage. Generally, the ones marrying, especially the females, are barely at the age of 18, which is a very young age, but I guess the sooner they do it, the better. I'm not sure. I'm not part of the community. Little side note, I married in my 40s and I was introduced to my husband. Yes, someone played matchmaker, but that's another story for another time. Enough about me. As I was saying, most marriages that are arranged are generally among young men and women who are 18 years old. Generally, the females are much younger than the male, but you do see that the male could be 19. That's still young in my opinion, but given that her primary goal usually in these marriages is to have children and keep home, I guess being younger fits better, I guess. Also, knowing female reproductive age, it probably works better too, but that's not even part of the equation when you're looking at the religious side of why they have arranged marriages. Some of the pitfalls that I saw is that those who are in their mid to late 20s and haven't been married yet are seen as defective. Oh my gosh. I guess if I was in those communities, yeah, well, that's a whole nother life. Also, if a couple divorces and they want to marry again, most families, because they arrange the marriages, would also help the divorced individual. And it is much harder for the female to remarry, not impossible. I said a little difficult for her to remarry because she is seen by many as used goods. Now, this is sad for many reasons, but the big one is that a family could decide to pass over a young woman who is still young and may truly be their son's happily ever after, in a sense. Only because she's divorced, you're passing her by. Like, wow, that's it's just it. I'm speechless, as you can tell. I do wish that the females were allowed to live a bit, in a sense, and maybe be arranged when they're at least 25 years old. It's not an old age, but maybe it will give people a chance just to mature a little bit, because even at 18, your tastes change, or even how you view the world, no matter what upbringing you have, can change. But hey, if it works for community and truly strengthens community, good for them. I'm glad my mom pushed back and encouraged me to go to school and or travel versus getting married so young. She was considered an old maid and she married at the age of 24. Blows my mind every time I think about that. Arranged marriages work and some don't, just like the rest of us who choose to find our mates in a different way. So go forth and be happy, and good luck, everyone. Please leave your thoughts below on this topic of arranged marriage. Hey, finally, the topic some of you have been waiting on. I'm sure by the title, you were like, is she ever going to get to this topic of Kanye West's new release, Donda? So, Kanye West has now released Donda. It has been long awaited by his fans. It's his 10th, and I didn't even expect to hear any of the tracks from it until I guess it hit like the major airwaves. I'm not a super fan, but Sunday night, the Potness, it's a YouTube channel. They have dope content, and you should check it out. Here's a picture so you'll know when you look for their channel. The Potness shared with their audience on a live about 8 or 9 tracks. Again, I'm not a huge Kanye fan, but I do like some of his music. Donda was his mom's name, so there's always meanings behind most artists' work. Obviously, this is a tribute to her. And that might also be a reason the tracks I heard seemed to be so chilled compared to his other songs. I'm more of a niggas in Paris type beat, and Yes, I said the GGAS. So if you know his music, then I don't even have to explain the title of that song. Don't try it with me. It's a little snippet of that song I'm talking about. Was just to give you an idea of the music that I like from him. Anyway, I was not impressed with the tracks that I heard. I think out of the 8 or 9 tracks, there was one that I actually bopped to. I don't remember the name, so don't ask me which one it was. I'm not into the techno voice thing either. That just doesn't do anything for me. I like to hear the voices of the artists, whether they're rapping, singing, or spoken word. There are tons of collabs on here, which is to be expected. I'm sure I need to hear more, but just from what I heard, I wouldn't be rushing out to purchase this or to download it or stream it. Just giving my opinion, so don't at me. I'm just saying. Anyway, enough of my review. So, have you listened to Donda? If so, what are your thoughts? And if you haven't, do you plan on it? Leave a comment below. I know you all are like, really, Mrs. VS? Arranged marriages, real estate, and Kanye's newest release in one vlog. That's me. Hey, it's Talk Tuesday, and you never know what I may discuss. I do hope you enjoyed and listened to this point all the way to the end of the vlog. Kudos to you if you did. Thank you for watching. Please give a thumbs up or hit the like button. Take care, everybody. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.